My name is Josh. I'm from a little place in the States called Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is just north of Chicago, for those of you that aren't from the States.
Cheesehead.
Cheesehead, yes. What an awesome thing to be known for. It is Thursday already. That's pretty wild, right? Like, does anybody feel like their body's just broken down yet? Or oh, okay. I didn't even ask for a show of hands. Everybody's so excited. Like, oh yeah, me. I like to start out classes by having a moment of gratitude. If I could say moment, that would be good. For having a moment of gratitude for the opportunity to come to this strange land. A couple years ago, I didn't know where Estonia was. To come to this strange land and train with, I don't know, how many countries are represented here? 20 something? Over 20 something? And that's amazing. So if you would all join me in just taking a deep breath, being grateful for whatever it is that you want to be grateful for, and release it out, and feel that feeling. Life is beautiful. Awesome. Let's learn some jiu-jitsu. So the name of this class is the Crotch Light. Now, I have to give some credit to Ryan Hall's first black belt, Seth Smith. Seth, gosh, I don't know, it was probably 12, 13 years ago, came and did a seminar at my school that I trained at previously, and he brought up the idea at the time of the dick light. And I thought that was really sexist of him. I'm kidding, Seth, if you're watching. So we made it the crotch light instead, because not everybody has a flashlight in their pants. And the idea, when I teach it, it really stuck with me. So then I started teaching it, and now there's a camp with, I don't know, 100, 150 of my closest friends that I'm teaching a class called the Crotch Light to. So that's what we're going to do. We were going to turn off the lights, tape a flashlight to Megan's crotch, and then you could see what I was talking about.
Hopefully it didn't work out.
However, yeah, I don't think it's going to work out because of, you know, it's just already bright in here. So
You're all going in a dark closet and try it out.
yeah, go into your closet at home with the partner, tape something to the crotch, and we'll see if this is true. Okay, so what I'm going to do, hopefully, is give you one thing that you can take away from this class. And in that one thing, it's something that you can drill, something that you can practice, something that can be top of mind. So that thing that is top of mind is going to help you. A lot of times we get caught up in a ton of details. And those details may be great for the instructor. However, they might not be great for you. If I'm, you know, super jacked, 6'6", 275-pound guy, something might work for me that wouldn't work for Megan, right? So we're going to take a concept, and you're going to play with it, see how it is for your body. Make sense? All right, I've already lost you, so let's get to the jiu-jitsu. Yeah, clap whatever you want, man. I'm grateful for it. Megan, you want to go over it? Okay. So this is the principle, and this is the metaphor that we're using. Okay? I want to be a guard thief. I want to pass her guard without her knowing. Okay? If you're trying to steal something, and the security guard is like, has a flashlight, right? Josh, you just look like one of those guys that I want to point that flashlight on, right?
Oh, I thought I had the
flashlight. Yeah. In this case, Megan has the flashlight, and I'm like, I want to pass her guard. Where's the flashlight? There it is. Flashlight's on me, I can't steal nothing. Flashlight's on me, I can't steal nothing. You get the crotch light analogy now, right? We want our hips to be facing our opponent. Okay. So that's what she's trying to do. At the simplest terms, there's a million different cool things and flippity flips that we can do. However, at the simplest, this is how we boil it down. Okay? Now, I get sneaky. And I close that crotch light. There's no more flashlight on me. Right? I stole that guard pass. Super simple, right? Barely an inconvenience. Additionally, if we're all in a place and there's just candy bars lined around, and we're all thieves, right? We're all figuring out how to steal that candy bar. If it's bright lit and there's a ton of people out there, that's like a floodlight. It's not on me. The light's not on me. It's on everybody. So I can just casually go ahead and, I don't know, steal that guard pass. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, I'm gonna ask one more time just because I don't know. Everybody's clear on that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sometimes when you're public speaking, which is exactly what this is, you start to lose people. So you need them to do some sort of movement. So when I got 3 out of 150 people saying yeah, just need that. Okay. So this is what we're gonna work on all day. If you don't take anything away from this class, anything else away from this class, I would like you to take the fact that all we're really trying to do is close the light so it's not shining on you, or make it a floodlight so it's so bright that it doesn't matter that you pass it. That's it, okay? So the first one we're gonna work on is we're gonna talk about smash passing, okay? So however that you are able to get here, especially my little folk, I'm guessing that you get smashed quite a bit, right? However you get here, you get here. This is where the drill's gonna start, okay? There's a couple things that I want you to realize in this drill. First, we need to control that bottom leg. If that bottom leg's free, standing up's really easy, okay, as the passer. So I'm gonna control that bottom leg however I want, however I can, okay? Now I need to keep that light closed because if I'm going like this, go ahead and try to regard, and she starts opening, oh God, I'm caught, right? So I need to figure out ways to keep myself on top of this leg and try to have a shearing motion going up on the bottom. Okay, I don't want to just rely on my weight pushing this down to control the bottom leg. I would like something to come up with my weight going down. Okay? I have this arm here. I'm just gently, not strong, gently pulling it up, my weight going down. Okay? Now it's a little bit harder. As we're going to rotate to the side that her back is exposed, as we're going to rotate, we're going to feel things. We're going to drill, we're going to go 20%. Actually, for this group, I'm going to say 10%. The reason I'm going to say 10% because you're actually going to do 50. Everybody's going to try to win. Okay? So 10%, I'm going to be heavy here. This is where we're going to start, and I'm going to start walking my feet this way. This is where everybody, not everybody, I hate to use never and always or everybody, this is where people start to mess up. They'll pin the legs and they'll be, oh my gosh, this is so great. I have a path to get in this guard pass. And they'll march north. Okay? So we'll get here and I'm like, sweet. And I just start going this way. And in that, we take pressure off of the crotch light. She's able to open up or do something because now there's space to do so. She's able to open that up, flash a light on me, damn, I'm caught. Okay, now I gotta go back to jail. I don't know where the jail came from. Okay, so what I want us to focus on is keeping these pinned. And I want us to be creative. I'm gonna just quickly show a couple things how we can keep that pinned, but really we wanna keep that crotch light closed, however we do it, okay? So I could be here. You see how I'm perpendicular now? And then start going. I could be here, and I wanna get my knee in there. I could be here, forcing this down on my shoulder, and rotate, so I get the pass. I can do a lot of things, but really I want to keep pressure, keeping those knees closed, because I don't want that flashlight on me. I don't want to get caught, okay? Keeping those knees closed, and then, once you have that secure, at least to your liking, then we're gonna go north. But we're gonna go north perpendicular, not like this. I don't want to see this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's try that. We're gonna play. Play. 1, 2, 3. So a bunch of us were asking like the details of how I was bringing the leg up and how I was passing. I don't want to get caught up in the details so much as the idea. When I'm passing guard, me personally, as somebody who has, almost 20 years of experience, all I think about is either closing your legs or opening them. That's literally it. All other moves, great. Yes, I know them. I could teach you them, but all other moves, I'm not really thinking about because I just want to simplify everything. So then my body, the feeling, oh, I feel this, right? If you have to think about it, like what's my next step? I feel like that really slows me down, okay? So I purposely try not to give details on a specific pass as much as the idea of closing that light, okay? We're gonna move on to another light closing version, which is a leg drag, okay? So anytime that we do a leg drag, you want to control the secondary leg most of the time. So like you could kick it over, you could push it over, so it could be a De La Riva, and you can use that De La Riva hook. Yeah, you go ahead. You can use that De La Riva hook to start this way, right? So there's a bunch of different ways to get that secondary leg tipped, but that's really what we're trying to do, okay? We're trying to tip one leg and get that second leg past your middle point. Once it's past the middle point, it's pretty easy to start trapping. Okay? Now, when you go for a leg drag, or at least me personally, I want to condense the space as much as possible. So whatever we're doing, however I got here, whether I'm kicking, pushing, however I got here, I don't want to stay upright like this. Okay? I want to squat. I like to control this knee. Okay, guess what I'm going to do next? I've lost you all. Damn it.
Close the light.
I'm going to close the light, okay? I'm not going to get excited. Again, people tend to get excited. Oh, look what I have. I'm just going to spin out. I have no control of the hips. She's going to do exactly what that is. The light flashes on me. I'm caught. Now I got to battle again, okay? So again, whatever you're doing in particular to get that secondary leg, the top leg past your midsection, just like an arm drag, right? I'm controlling the knee, squatting down, closing that light. This could be anybody's knee. A little bit of flashlight on there, no big deal. All right? Depending on the size of the opponent, depends kind of what I do next, but realistically, I'm trying to keep that light closed. So it could be I went from here, heavy, to pushing that knee down. Could be I'm trying to keep them like this so they can't do anything else. But then I'm going to go ahead and pass. Okay, one more time. Again, a lot of times from De La Riva, if she's here, I'm getting that hook off, getting my toe caught in her shorts, stepping, coming through. Squatting, closing the light. Don't get all, oh my gosh, I got it. Stay here for a second. Pin. You can pin somebody here, you're doing it very, very well. Now, figure out, I might cheat to this side. I might bring them in. I might get my elbow here. I might even bring my knee up and squish this way. But I'm keeping that light closed. Okay? There's a bunch of details here, but I want you to figure it out for you. Okay? The way that I teach jiu-jitsu, or the way that I think about jiu-jitsu, painless, precise, and playful. The more that we play, the more information that we take in. The more information that we take in, the better decisions that we can make when it counts. Make sense? Yeah. Let's play. All right, 1, 2, 3. As people, we tend to want to be congruent with our partners or the other person. We try to match the energy. So if somebody's really angry and somebody's really calm, one of those is going to win, right? It seems like everybody's having fun in here. And the partner people are laughing. People are like, I love it. It's amazing. This is what jiu-jitsu should be about. If we love to do jiu-jitsu, then we're going to do it more. If we do it more, we're going to get better, right? All right, off of my platform here. Where'd you go? You hide behind Tom? Tom? No? Megan? Where does she keep going? This is amazing. Is she really gone?
No, just right here.
She's so sneaky.
Gotta use that light, man.
Yeah, open your light. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, okay. So it looks like we're having fun with it, and I saw a bunch of different variations on how to get into that leg drag. Awesome. That's great. The only thing that I hope that I can add is in that leg drag, don't be in such a rush to go north and secure that side control position. Pin that knee, pin that hip a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the floodlight. Okay, now it's not just on us, we're gonna keep it open. Okay, from this, it's so funny if I just stop and look somewhere, everybody looks. Okay, from this, we're gonna get into a combat base and we're gonna do a knee cut pass. Okay, hopefully you take a few tips on this and understand kind of what we're doing, okay? So what I see a lot of times as we're going forward, trying to get this underhook, we come here and look what I'm doing. Going north, marching north. We're not securing the hips, we're not keeping the floodlight open, it's going to a flashlight, okay? Does everybody see that when I go, boom? Even if I try to control here, I'm coming like this. You see how that knee can start to be a problem? Things just get a little fishy, okay? What we're gonna do is make a wedge to keep that floodlight open. So as I go for my knee cut, I'm gonna stay with my elbow back home. I'm through that secondary leg, and instead of being like, sweet, I got this pass, I'm gonna get inside here, try to control the hip if I can. I'm gonna try to be nice because I know I can be heavy on that leg. And I'm gonna open floodlight. Open first, okay? I'm gonna drive using my feet through my hips to the point of the groin that can feel like I can feel it. Once I hit tension, I know, okay, I'm doing good. Floodlights on. Get that tension. Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
It's there.
And once that happens, then it's super easy to pass, okay? Almost always, people get here, and I do this all the time, I just let people do this. They get here, they think that they can get this, and however, whatever variation, I bump them in the back, and the light's back on, or back on that. So what I'm suggesting is that we create a wedge using our body, drive that wedge, have the floodlight open, and then walk through. Nothing to see here, folks, just stealing a guard pass, okay? Again, come through, wedge yourself. Look at how awkward I almost look. Like I'm not controlling the hip here. I'm not even going for an underhook at this point, okay? I'm trying to wedge myself, drive through, which sucks for her. Once I hit that point of tension, and look at my weight. I'm still driving that knee down. Okay? That's my suggestion to you on the knee cut pass. Floodlight engaged. Let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3. Couple things. First, as we're going for this, we are all programmed to try to win this under. That's okay. I'm not suggesting that that's bad. What I'm suggesting is you're going to run into problems because of this secondary leg. Okay? If you're able to get this wedge, look at where my arm goes, underneath and controls the hip here, then I'm able to turn and really drive down. Okay? I'm not suggesting it's right or wrong. I'm suggesting you play with it. It's what I like to do, but maybe you like something different. Same thing with this, okay? You can do it like this, however, then this leg's gonna come into play, okay? Now, quickly, we're gonna talk about what happens if that leg comes into play. So you have this habit of going for the underhook or trying to control the hip here. Okay, that's fine. You say, Josh doesn't know what he's talking about. Fuck that guy. Okay. What I'm gonna suggest now is if she gets this knee in there, what do we do? Hey-oh, who said that? Oh, get out of here, Josh. Anybody else? Anybody else? Hey, okay. That means that she's like, no, no, no. I don't want the floodlight pass. I want to close that light, right? So this isn't, obviously I'm not gonna be able to flatten her out or floodlight her, right? But super easy to start passing that, right? Just a concept. So if I was like this, or I just couldn't get my shoulder in there or whatever, and she brings that down, well, out. Right? I don't know. I just want to keep that crotch light closed at that point. I don't know if that was right or wrong in that situation, but it could have been. But I like to move, gather information, make better decisions. Okay? Everybody understand that?
Do it again.
Yes. Knee cut pass. If I go for that underhook or I was unable to get underneath to get that wedge like I want, she pulls that into play. Okay, now I know that she wants the crotch light to be closed. So now I'm super far, but I have her knees pinned with weight. Now I might be able to switch hips and start passing. I don't know. I'm not trying to give you an individual thing with check marks. I'm just trying to give you a concept. Oh, she wanted it closed. So I'm going to keep it closed. Okay? She gave me the opportunity to go open. Perfect. Floodlight. That's all I think about. Completely open or completely closed. Okay? Let's try another one. Let's see if it works that way. So we were doing the knee cut pass cross. Now we're going to do the same side. Okay? So I'm going to staple down. Again, this is how I learned it. We'd staple, and then we try to control the head. Come across, boom, back to that pass, right? A lot of us know this, hopefully? Mm-hmm. Okay. What I'm going to suggest is something a little bit different. Same exact concept as the last one. I'm able to pin this bottom leg. I'm not in a hurry to march north. I am in a hurry to control her hips. So now look, I'm that wedge again. Same side, pushing away. Very uncomfortable. Look at that smile. Loves it. Okay. Pushing away. Pass. Totally different, but not really. Okay. So we're in that combat base. However, I have to try to control this. Oh, no. Oh, back. I'm trying to figure out how to get this arm in here and get my body as a wedge. Once I'm a wedge, this is a problem for them. Additionally, I just realized that almost never am I having my elbow flared or away from home. So whenever I do this, I want my arm or my elbow back home, which means on my rib, not here, definitely not here. All right. If she tries to turn her leg into me, maybe I knock that out, but this gets quite tight. Okay. So one more time, and we're going to play with this. We're pinning the same side this time. I'm figuring out how to wedge my body. I'm not even worried about the pass yet. But once I'm that wedge, then I'm driving down. We get a smile. And we pass. We try that? Sound good? All right, 1, 2, 3. So a couple times this question came up, and perhaps I should have said this in the beginning, and when you see what I'm about to see, I think you would agree with me. But multiple people were like, you're not gonna make any friends doing this. Like, you could tap somebody like this, like, can you tap somebody like this? Well, this really hurts, like, and you're like, this fucking guy just said, his brand of jiu-jitsu is painless, precise, and playful. And he's fucking teaching this. So if she does it to me,
Yeah.
okay, this is gonna suck if I stay here. However, at any point, I can kick my leg straight. Do I give up the pass? Yep. Oh, you can pass like that. This is a great way, right? But at any point, you can straighten that secondary leg and say, okay, you win. You know, my crotch is gonna live to fight another day. Write that one down. Okay, so if you take one thing from this class, when you're rolling, crotch light closed or crotch light open, right? What you don't want is that flashlight on you saying, I see you. You're not stealing a guard pass from me. Just lost it. You weren't here for the beginning part of the guy. I had this whole story, man. We were stealing candy bars. We were. Yes. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Comments? Concerns?
Concerns, yes.
Comment.
Comment.
We found there's a really nice electric chair in there.
Yeah. Keep that to yourself. So I don't like to submit people with anything that anything that's painful. Because most of the time those things don't work on tougher, bigger people. And, you know, most people are bigger and tougher than me. So, so I don't like to do stuff like that. But absolutely, there are things there that you can do that would put your opponent in a real pickle. I'll try to say that with a Wisconsin accent. A real pickle now. Any other questions? No? Holy cow, I can, yeah.
Actually, I do have a question. When doing closing the flashlight, what do you do with the other leg that's on the knee shield? Like where do you have it pinned for the knee shield?
Are you sprawling or?
Oh, it depends. So at the beginning part of the class, not to be whatever, but at the beginning part of the class when we talked about closing the light,
Yeah.
it was kind of choose your own adventure. So whether it be hand, elbow, knee, hip, sprawl, all of the above.
Yeah.
It depends on how their body's moving, but the whole idea is to keep that crotch light closed.
Yeah, I meant for like the second half of the class, for like when you were doing the closing of the flashlight. I was curious if your leg was any more specific.
Yeah, it depends. I'm sorry that it has to be that answer. But
No, it works. It works out great.
Yeah.
It leaves it for imagination.
My students, almost every question that they have, my answer is it depends. Because, well, it depends. And we can there could be maybe a best case scenario in that particular body configuration with those particular bodies. But, you know, they'll come ask me a question that just has a lot of different answers, and I don't know how to answer it, so depends. All right, let's end the way that we started, with a moment of gratitude that we are all in this beautiful city of Parnu. That's definitely not how you say it, Parnu or something. Yes, whatever. Yes, that. We are in this beautiful city together from 20 plus countries around the world that somehow we wave to each other on the street. We're like, hey, I know he's got a jiu-jitsu shirt on. Hey, come have a coffee with me. Come have a drink with me. Here's some Mintu. What a fucking incredible life we live.
Amen.
It's fucking amazing. So thank you for being here. Thank you for attending my class. And I can't wait for the next few days. All right, that's it.